Now to Decision 2026, and specifically what candidates for governor would do to bring down electricity prices.
Eversource plans to file a request in July for an 11% increase, ensuring this issue will stay in the forefront as voters pick their next governor.
NBC Connecticut political reporter Mike Savino talked with the candidates. He joins us live. And Mike, what are their ideas on this?
Well, Amber and Kevin, before we really get into their ideas, I think it's really important to explain what specifically Eversource is seeking. Of course, energy prices are really kind of complicated. A lot goes into it. So let's dive into what specifically they're asking for, because we talk a lot about things like the public benefits charge. Now, those charges can come from a number of programs that can come and go, and also whenever Eversource or United Illuminating need to recover some of their costs for storm damages. Then there's supply charges. Those change every 6 months based on the actual price of electricity. But the thing that Eversource is seeking is their delivery charges. They want an 11% increase there, saying they need more money to cover their basic costs. So why is that an important distinction? Well, that means that those costs are likely to stay baked into our electricity bills for the foreseeable future. I asked the candidates for governor what they would do specifically on this issue. Governor Ned Lamont wrote a strong rebuke today, noting Eversource earned $1.69 billion in profit last year, so he doesn't know that this is needed. And he told reporters that his appointed regulators will stand up for customers. Republican nominee Ryan Fazio says the state needs to do more to force these utilities to have these kinds of rate cases more often, creating more transparency around prices. Meanwhile, Josh Elliott, who is challenging Ned Lamont for that Democratic nomination, says he wants to go even further. He wants to make it easier for cities and towns to buy and distribute their own electricity, allowing customers to break away from utilities.
You know, we had to change the rules going back some years ago. They had, charitable donations they put in the rate base, and lobbying and advertising fees. We're trying to make sure that our ratepayers only pay for electricity.
But unfortunately, when the governor has had leverage over the electric utilities, including with the sale of Aquarion in the previous settlement that should have been a rate case, he hasn't applied it.
You allow people that live in the municipality to decide for themselves whether or not they want their energy to be delivered publicly or privately.
Of course, we can expect that Republicans, including Fazio, will continue to push their proposal to end the public benefits charge altogether. Democrats have largely defended that part of the bill, saying clean energy programs and assistance for people who on low income are protected from politicized debates when they're removed from the budget. Live from studio, Mike Savino, NBC Connecticut News.